Election. Provisions for publishers and printers. Disclaimer. This training material is for use in training of election officials. It should not be referred as guidelines of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the ECI guidelines or rules or laws shall prevail. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, the participants will be able to define Section 127A of RP Act 1951, explain restrictions on the printing of pamphlets, posters, etc., know the instructions issued by the Commission regarding monitoring of printing of pamphlets, posters, etc., familiarize with the proformas or formats related to printers and publishers, know about legal provisions related to printers and publishers, restrictions on the printing of pamphlets, posters, etc. Section 127A of RP Act 1951. No person shall print or publish any election pamphlet or poster which does not bear on its face the names and addresses of the printer and the publisher. A declaration as to the identity of the publisher signed by publisher and countersigned by the printer and attested by two persons to whom publisher is personally known in duplicate. One copy of the declaration is sent by the printer together with one copy of the document to the CEO if printed in the state capital, to the DM of the district in which it is printed. Any process for multiplying copies of a document other than copying it by hand shall be deemed to be printing. Election pamphlet or poster means any printed pamphlet and bill or other document distributed for the purpose of promoting or prejudicing the election of a candidate or group of candidates, or any placard or poster having reference to an election. Election pamphlet or poster means does not include any handbill, placard or poster merely announcing the date, time, place and other particular of an election meeting or routine instructions to election agents or workers. Violation leads to imprisonment up to 6 months or with fine up to Rs 2000 or with both. The printer shall furnish 4 copies of the printed material along with the declaration of the publisher within 3 days of the printing. The printer shall also furnish the information regarding number of copies of document printed and the price charged for such printing job. Such information shall be furnished by the printer, not collectively but separately, in respect of each election pamphlets, posters, etc. Monitoring of printing of pamphlets, posters, etc. DEO shall, within 3 days of the announcement of elections, by write to all the printing presses in their districts, pointing out the requirements of Section 127A of RP Act 1951. Any violation would invite stern action, including the revocation of the license of the printing press under the relevant laws of the state. Printers to indicate clearly in the print line the names and the addresses of printer and publisher of any election pamphlets, posters and such other material printed by them. Copy of the printed material and the declaration of the publisher as required under Section 127A(2) of RP Act 1951 is to be sent by the printer to the DEO, and if it is printed in state capital, then to the CEO within 3 days of such printing. As soon as the DEO receives any election pamphlets or posters, etc. from a printing press, he or she shall examine whether the publisher and the printer have complied with the requirements of law and directions of the Commission. One copy of the printed material to be exhibited on the DEO's notice board so that all political parties, candidates and other interested persons may be able to check whether the requirements of law have been complied with. In all such cases where there is violation of the provisions of Section 127A of RP Act 1951, a complaint should be filed by the DEO against the offenders in the competent court. These cases should be given wide publicity and pursued vigorously in the courts concerned. Copies of the printed materials along with the statements showing cost of printing should be given to the accounting teams for inclusion in the shadow observation register. Proforma for declaration to be submitted by the publisher of election posters, pamphlets, etc. is shown on your screen. Proforma for submission of information regarding printing of election posters or pamphlets, etc. is shown on your screen. Other legal provisions. IPC 171(4) Illegal act in connection with election, proceeding of election of such candidate without the general or special written authorization of the candidate. IPC 153(a) Promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. and acts prejudicial to the maintenance of harmony. IPC 505(2) Publication of statements or reports creating or promoting enmity, hatred or ill will between different classes. Section 125 of RP Act 1951 Promoting enmity between classes in connection with elections, promotes or attempts to promote feelings of enmity or hatred between different classes of citizens of India on grounds of religion, race, caste, community or language in connection with elections. In case of any doubt or any clarification, you can contact through the mail address shown on the screen. For other election related videos, you can visit the web address as shown. Thank you.